Hey guys, what's up? Rob Mods here. This is the last and final part of gem making guides. It's been quite the journey up to this point. This is part 5. I'm sure in the future there will be some more ones that we end up doing with updates with market and new things that are going on and new methods and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I think this is going to be it. And then in the future, as things progress and as new things are figured out, that sort of thing, I'm sure I'll end up making some more. But for now, I think this is going to be it for the series. So let's talk. So obviously, we've made 4 parts so far. Part 1 was just kind of the general strategy, my thoughts towards gems, all sorts of different methods and stuff like that. But just kind of a general educational thing of things that I've learned about gem making. Second one was the slow gems, but reliable, cheap, just kind of over time making gems with cheap items. Third one was transferring over a lot of gold to gems, just the fast, reliable, expensive gems to put thousands in your pocket, but spending billions of gold, essentially. And then fourth was how to transfer over your gold or your gems to gold. So if you want to go on the other side of that and say, okay, I have extra gems and I really need gold right now, how do I do that efficiently and get as much gold as I can? And this one, I think, honestly, is the most important. This, in my opinion, is no tricks, no gimmicks. You do this, do this, do this. This, to me, is the most important thing when it comes to you making gems in this game. And so let's get into it. I understand that in order to get to endgame, you need to spend gems. That's just the truth. You're not going to get to max energy. You're not going to, finish this game and unlock all the slots and everything that you need to without spending tens of thousands of gems. It's just the reality of the game. It's how it works. In order to unlock stuff, you need to spend gems. And so basically what I want to talk about is being an endgame player. Reality is the farther that you make it in this game, the more that you're able to do, the more ascensions that you have, the higher level stuff that you have, the more events you're able to complete, the easier it's going to be for you in every single aspect of the game. Someone who's half my level with half my bin upgrades with half my energy and they're trying to craft tier 10s, it's not that they're crafting half as many items. It's that I have such a high level guild with the highest perks, with highest buildings, with all my workers like super high level, with a really high energy cap at 8100. Like I can basically do whatever I want, craft any item that I want, craft, a ton of items. I can log in and craft 20 tier 9, tier 10 items right now if I haven't played for a period of time. Whereas somebody who's just trying so hard just to craft a few tier 10s might craft like log in and craft 4 or 8 of them or something and then have to wait a long time for the resources to regen. But I'm able to play really quickly and really efficiently when I'm in the end game that I'm going to make more gems than a player who's not there yet. It's literally like, okay, if I'm able to craft multiple best in slot items like these, and I'm able to craft a lot of them and quickly, and I have all my ascensions done, my milestones are done, my ascension trees are up really high, my resource costs are down, my quality chances up, I've got multi-craft, I've got my surcharge about cost down. Like I have all of the things unlocked, so I'm able to create the items that I want, the enchants that I want, whatever I want to do, or just make a ton of gold. I'm going to be able to get gems quicker than you. Well, a lot of players. I'm not saying you specifically, but you know what I mean. Where me versus a player who's played this game half the time as me and doesn't have the shop in the same spot that mine is at is not going to be able to make gems as quickly as I am. Because reality is, if I sit here and play consistently, I can profit 2 billion gold a week. That's it. I can profit 2 billion gold a week in this game quite easily, and that's not playing all day every day. That's just like crafting and questing and selling like this. Not kidding. Like me just crafting, questing, and selling like that and not even caring that much because tier 10's just made a mess of energy to entirely. So normally it's not like that. But I'm just saying that 2 billion gold can be transferred over into thousands of gems at any point in time. And it's just a lot easier for me to do that than sit there for hours and hours and check market over and over and over and try to get one gem at a time. And so, in my opinion, of course, it takes a long time to get to endgame, and you might want to spend real money to get there. But once you are at the endgame and you can craft the items, you can craft them a lot, you can sell whatever you want, you can make a ton of gold, you can kind of do whatever you want in the game. You've got, all 8 of your market slots so that you're able to make more and more and more gems. It's not a quirk, it's not figuring out this thing, it's not do I use this or that. It's I have 2 billion gold, you have 100 million gold, I'm going to have more gems than you, right? Like at a certain point, efficiency doesn't matter as much as just mass, where you can efficiently transfer over 10 million gold at 200k a piece or 100k a piece for your gems and feel really good about it. And that's awesome. And I may transfer over at half that rate, like really bad, like 400k, 300k a gem. But if I have 2 or 3 billion gold to transfer over instead of 100 million, then I'm telling you I'm going to get more than you. And so I understand that it takes time. It's a grind. A lot of people are going to need to spend real money to get to that point. But the best way to make gems in game is to be an end game player and to have everything unlocked and be able to just make a ton of gold. Like that's just reality. I know that there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, yeah, I get that, but in order to get there, I need to make the gems in the first place. So you can't necessarily get to endgame without making the gems, but you can't make gems as efficiently without being at endgame. So obviously they're clashing. I understand that. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but for me, the best method is not a gimmick. It's not a trick. It's not this little thing in market, finding this little item. It's committing to the grind, getting to the end game, making a ton of money, and being able to go from there. Like reality is, I was down to 8,000 gems. I didn't transfer over gold to gems. I just like opened chests and sold different things and crafted and found some good items and sold some stuff and got some ascension lines up. So I was getting 300 gems a piece. Finished an event which I was able to claim a bunch of gems from, like in the rewards. There's gems and gems. So just from like completing things, opening chests, selling things that I've crafted in market, just playing, in the last week I've made like 3,000 gems. But it's just because I'm able to play at such a high level of capacity in game. So this may not be necessarily what you want to hear in terms of like, oh, this is the best method, but I truly do believe that that is the best method. But it may take a long time to get there. So anyway, I hope it helps. I hope it gives you some insight into my thoughts into things. And I don't know, this may not be what you want to hear, but I think it needs to be said so that people understand that it's not just a gimmick or a trick or a certain thing, but it's just play the game a lot, get far, play well, and you'll get there. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you did enjoy this series. I hope you learned a lot in this series, and hopefully in the future, as we learn new things, as things progress, as things kind of settle down with tier 10 and all that stuff, that there'll be some new things that surface in terms of ideal gameplay and making gems and that sort of thing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.